name is Shamika Smith, and I serve as Executive Director and founder of the Brotherhood of Excellence Academy. We're on a mission of ending fatherless generations by preparing males for empowerment, entrepreneurship, enrollment, enlistment, and employment. As we are continuing to implement the phase of empowerment through our broadcast Teaching Boys and Raising Sons, we are so excited to be able to offer you the Teaching Sons piece or Teaching Boys piece of our broadcast title. And so join us on this journey as we begin to hear from leaders who are experts in the field of education, or we'll be able to hear from men who are decided to talk about what is manhood and what are characteristics of manhood. So we are excited again to be able to implement more of the teaching component in addition to the raising of sons through this broadcast on today. We hope that you are excited about Teaching Boys and Raising Sons, the teaching piece on this day. Also, if you're looking to donate to a 501c3 organization, do not hesitate to send our donations to our organization. Just visit our website for more information. Let's get started. Well, hello, my name is Shamika Smith, and I serve as the Executive Director and founder of the Brotherhood of Excellence Academy. This is our broadcast, Teaching Boys and Raising Sons, and I am so excited for you all to hear from our guest on today. I'm going to have her introduce herself, her name, her occupation, a little bit about herself, and then we're going to go into the conversation. Welcome, Dr. Harris.
Hi.
So tell our audience a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Dr. Vertricia Harris, and I am the current Director of Adult Basic Education with Wake Tech Community College in Raleigh, North Carolina. Under that umbrella, I serve the high school equivalency programs, the North Carolina Adult High School program, as well as English language learners and transitional opportunities, all within college and career readiness.
I love it. I love it. So I have asked her to come and share roughly about 3 to 5 strategies or engaging strategies for males. So again, she's going to talk about 3 to 5 engaging strategies that you can do with males in the learning process. So Dr. Harris, take us away.
All right. So this is an exciting opportunity for me because I love talking about learning. I love talking about building community within your classrooms. And I love the engagement process when it comes to the community outside of your classroom, because that is where our learners come from. So my strategies start with awareness. When our learners enter our classrooms, they come in from whatever situation they have at home, in their communities, at their jobs, part-time situations with siblings, whatever's going on in their life. The awareness of what they have going on comes into your classroom, and you're confronted with it as the instructor face-to-face. So acknowledging those situations are very important, and just operating in the sense of awareness is always key. A little bit about my background. I started my adult education journey and just educating community in 2015. And so with that being said, I was in a high poverty, high crime area. And so I had a little bit of everything into my classroom. And even though I'm on the adult basic ed side, I also had 16, 17, 18-year-old young Black males coming into my classrooms. And that awareness started with understanding what they were coming from, understanding what they were involved with outside of my doors. And so that's why I say we always have to start with that awareness. You can't ignore the truth. You can't ignore the circumstances or the community, because as educators, we serve the community at large. Everything we do permeates throughout that community. The second strategy that I would like to bring up is inclusiveness. We all had experiences as an educator where you can look at your room, you can look at your learners, and you can see those learners that are not quite connecting, or those learners who have kind of isolated themselves in a corner. Inclusiveness is key. We have to be diligent and intentional about finding out how to bridge our efforts and how to take down those walls in our classrooms. And so in my experience with instructing and teaching, advising, and guiding Black male learners, that inclusiveness key, you have to break down the walls. You have to open the conversation up. You have to be attentive and aware. The next strategy I will move on to is the real world connections. Now, in North Carolina, the community college system, we talk about contextualization a lot. Contextualization to the workforce, contextualization to post-secondary enrollment. In any learning environment, you have to connect your learners to something outside of your walls as the educator. You have to. That's how you engage. That's how you keep them attentive. That's how you keep them coming back. Even after Christmas break, even after Thanksgiving break, spring break, they will come back to your class if you have connected them with something that they can see beyond themselves. And that is very important when educating our Black males, because a lot of times, a lot of stereotypes thrown in their face, a lot of the do's and the don'ts thrown in the face. But we have to move from at risk to at promise. And the only way to do that is to connect them with the promise. Identify, again, I'll go back to the other one, the other two I shared, be aware and inclusive, because that's how you come up with your informal assessment of your learners and how to connect with them beyond the standardized testing, beyond the benchmarks, but in a real way that keeps them connected to you and makes them want to come to your class and engage with you, and you'll forever be that teacher that they remember when you do that. My last and not least, but my favorite strategy is setting the expectation. That's major. Now, I came a different route with Black males because I had learners who entered my classroom that were gang affiliated, in the drug world, doing a lot of different things. I had learners that were not, but in that classroom, I had a group of everybody from a lot of different situations. And so the expectation was that we were going to meet our goals. And it was never okay not to expect great things. Even if you're having a bad day, the expectation was you were still going to work towards something positive. Even if you didn't get the fraction or the lesson that we set in motion that day, the expectation was you would go home and practice And so when you came back, you would come back to class ready to try again. So we cannot forget to set expectations. And so I, again, sit on the adult education spectrum. But however, I'm skilled enough and knowledgeable enough to know that pedagogy and androgy, they intertwine. And if you're going to teach adults, you have to have a pedagogy background. You have to use those skills as well as what adult educators are trained on, and that's those pedagogy skills. So the androgy skills, I'm sorry. So as we move forward, I think that if you stick to those 4 things in your classroom environments, our Black males will exceed, and they will succeed, and they will see something that they can connect with.
Hello, my name is Shamika Smith, and I hope that you have had the opportunity to enjoy our broadcast. I hope that you walked away with nuggets of wisdom, leadership components, and things that you could implement, whether it be in your family or whether it be in your learning environment or your teaching environment or whatever the case may be. Our hope and our prayer is that you walked away with something that is very tangible that you can use immediately. If you have enjoyed this broadcast, take a moment and share it with others so that we can continue to spread the word of how we are utilizing the component of empowerment through our broadcast, teaching boys and raising sons, so that others can be empowered as we all walk in this thing called life together. Also, if you are looking to donate to an organization, please consider us. We are a 501c3 organization, and so all donations are tax deductible. Once again, if you are looking for an opportunity to give in order for us to continue this broadcast, visit our website, also listed below, but also take a moment to just donate or share or let individuals know of the great work that we're doing under our broadcast, teaching boys and raising sons. We are so honored and privileged that you have taken time out of your day. We know we are all busy. And we are so excited that you have taken time out of your day to come and learn a leadership nugget, a word of wisdom, or something that we hope that will encourage you on your journey. Once again, I am Shamika Smith. I serve as the Executive Director and founder of the Brotherhood of Excellence Academy. Again, visit our website located at the bottom of your screen, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.